I had to uh, take care of a couple things with the mailman and grab something to drink. Diet Dr. Pepper. What's kind of what's make the world go around, huh? Anyways, so going off of that and what God has, if He has your true intentions, if He has your thoughts and He has what you're ready to give Him, hopefully every bit of you. Because we can go back and forth and we can sit here and complain about everything in our lives, but when does it end? And I come to realize it's like, I don't know what that dog's doing. I come to realize is this: I haven't, in the last month and a half, really gave my thoughts to him. And I started just sitting down quietly and I made like a little prayer thing over here and just giving myself to him and just started not thinking about the day and just asking him, whatever you have for me today, then just show me. And that's the best way that I could put it. And that's the best way that I could get through the day. Even today, there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to get done today and still haven't done it. And I wanted to do a video a couple times and just don't have that the timing, I guess. And it's as a person, it's hard when I'm organized. I'm by the boom, 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 boom. Schedules, and that's all I ever lived by. From the age of 15, schedule, 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 and that's all I know. And this going on a year, it's almost like I had to be broken into pieces, and I had to allow him to start to glue me back together, like Humpty Dumpty here. And I started thinking about my past, and I started thinking about, you know, working out and the things that I missed. And instead, I started now thinking, what do you have for me? What is it that you want me to do? Because God knows I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I made a lot of errors in my life. And I tell you, I just never, ever, ever thought about how much God loves me until this accident happened, and how much He truly loved me by putting Jesus on that cross. Now, granted, I always trusted the fact of how much that price cost. I never took that for granted, but I took for granted Thanksgiving, and I took for granted the thankful part of thanking Him more and more. Every day now, I thank Him for another breath. I still struggle with the fact of why I had to wait this long, and I'm still not healed, but I have to keep giving it to Him. We are not in control as much as we think we are. If we take all the credit for what we've done all day long, you've accomplished nothing. If you can't give thanks to God in the respect that He deserves, then why are we even doing things? You know, even being thankful to get up in the morning to get into a car that you can auto start and not have to go out in the freezing cold and scrape your windows and everything else, that alone should be Thanksgiving. And I'm not on here just preaching about Thanksgiving, people. I'm talking about a devotion time with God. That time that you can sink in with God. That's what I'm talking about. That time in prayer when you could just sit there and just give it all to Him. There isn't a friend on this earth is more important than having Jesus as a friend when you need Him. Having Jesus as your Savior when you need Him. Having Jesus as your shepherd when you need Him. Having Jesus as your King. You see that? There's four things right there that you can't go wrong by reaching out to him. I know that every video that I do and everything that I speak, I know he's in control. I know he's in control because I put him in control of everything. I don't know what in the world. People are always posting something. But I tell you what, I can't do anything without the power and the glory of him. I can guarantee you that. I can't do anything without giving him my full attention every day. And it's got to get to a point in your lives, no matter if it's a spouse, no matter it's your children, or it's a job, or friends, or family, whatever it is, go to him. You know, a power tool in a man's life, power drills, the cordless drills and stuff that they put the batteries on and that kind of stuff. It's useless if I don't charge the battery. Okay? If I don't charge that battery, if I don't charge my battery with Jesus every morning, I'm useless. Because I'm going to fall into the enemy's traps. If I don't charge my battery and sit down with God in the afternoon time and connect with him, I'm useless. See, a smart man will always have a backup battery charger. That's just should be reality for people, but it's not. Let me take this medicine real quick. Oh gosh, that's nasty. I am not even going to try to pronounce that. But welcome. This is your first time here. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you've been watching some of the other videos. I don't recognize Brian. Well, it's good to meet you. I don't know if I don't not sure if I've ever seen you on here before, but I may have, and a lot of times you may be on some of the older videos and stuff. I really haven't got a chance to get on a lot of those and uh, post any comments back, but I do try to get on with a Y. Okay, I see it now. At first, all I assumed was BY. My eyesight and stuff is not so great anymore. But glad you're here, and I hope that these videos help you in some way or another. I'm not for sure if you've been on here before. If not, I'll just give you a little bit of rundown. Um, I do got a hell testimony. I always tell people to go and watch that, and it really explains my life and what I've been through. I really take my life. I take my life and I take what Jesus have done in my life, and I try to help people get through situations and get them away from evil. I've been in witchcraft, warlocks. I've potions, you name it. I mean, I've been in the darkest of darkest places, and I'm not bragging. Please don't ever think I'm bragging about it, because it's a dangerous world. It's a world that will lead you into places. Love the hearts. It's a place that it will lead you into darkness so fast that people think this life that we live is ours. It is to a point, but if we're not devoted to God, then hell awaits us. If we drift from God and Jesus, we're walking in a pathway. There's only two pathways, people. You got the pathway to heaven and the pathway to hell. There is no in between this. And so many people think that, I sugarcoat things. You'll never get sugarcoat from me, because I'm never going to do it. It's a dark realm. It's a sick, twisted world that we're in, and it's hard to live in a world like this. I totally agree. Uh, Things can be scary, but not as scary as real life. Not as scary what hell can bring to your life and what it will do to you if you end up in hell. It's a it's a bizarre. Well, hello again. It was more than a minute, so I think so. So I just shut the video down, because it was actually, that's what I was saying in the beginning of this. It was actually the mailman. That time of year, uh, Black Friday used to be Black Fridays when you could go into Walmarts and them and actually shop and not have to do it. Everything's done online. Thank goodness I went on there and done most of my stuff online. Now I got to deal with a bunch of people knocking at my door. I prayed for you on WhatsApp a week ago. I received a 7. Oh, Donnie. Yeah. I was on there. I don't think I've seen it, but I'll go on there after I'm done with this video. Jacksonville, Florida, right? Uh, maybe he's still here, maybe not. Are you the Donnie from Jacksonville, Florida? I'm in New York. Well, I must have it mixed up with another person. But anyways, okay, I'll definitely go on there and look. If not, try it again. I mean, I'm on there, so. But anyways, New York. My gosh, is it getting cold up there? It's free. It's starting to get down here. You guys, when I used to travel up there, sometimes, man, I would dread because I could go in there and that weather would switch so bad, and they go get stuck in those snowstorms up there. Whew, I gotta hand it to you. If you're up by Buffalo or anything, good night. Wait a minute. Oh, you're from New York. Okay, from New York. Okay, I'll figure it out. Anyways, leave me a message on WhatsApp and let me dig some more into this. And honestly, even this, I'm just going to use this right now. Even this, having this connection with you guys and being able to talk with you, it becomes more real. That's why I started doing the live events, and I hope you guys feel the same way, about coming back and forth and talking. It's real life. Somebody really does care. Somebody's going to take their time. Obviously, I'm not on here for the hype of things, and I'm sure not on here to gain anything. I'm on here just to be real with you guys and just talk about life, how to get through it. And it takes all of us, even your guys' comments. Man, I go back on and I read some of them ones from the hell video, and how many people are touched by it. And I get a few emails here and there with people telling me that they have changed their lives. But one thing about it, it's not me, people. It's Christ. I mean, it's a yeah. You ain't kidding, man. New York is it's I don't know. I don't even have the words for New York. It's dark in more than one ways. I mean, it's so satanic. I mean, when I heard the Statue of Baal was up there and people were worshiping this and dancing in the streets and stuff, I'm like, you got to be kidding me, people. You have no idea what you're bowing down to. It's almost like you go to Nebuchadnezzar in the Bible when they wanted everybody to bow to the golden statue of him, and Meshach, Abednego, and reach Bendigo, Mish, I don't know. I forget the three. But they went into the fire. They seen the four, which was Jesus. Daniel later on went to the lion's den. And it's crazy. I look at that part of the Bible and I think about my life. I swore that I would never bow down to anything. And even in the satanic realm, there is times that you bow down to the master. I wouldn't do it. And for some reason, back then, I think, why was I never forced to do something? And now I know today because Sir always said, you're not allowed. And I was like, why am I different to everybody else? And he said, because that's the rule from him. I never really realized it, but I think now what he was always talking about was God. S- subway surfing on top of trains and dying. Holy moly, man! No, I that's interesting. I'm glad you share that because let me grab a pen. I'm gonna write that down to put it on on prayer because that's scary, man. Subway surfing. Oh my gosh. You know, somebody told me a while back, and I don't know if you guys heard of this or not, but I just want to share this with you guys. I don't know, and you can let me know if you heard of this or not. Somebody told me that there's a game that got started up, and it's basically you have to go to this certain kind of game stores where they play all that magic games and all that kind of stuff. I was by one not too long ago when I was staying in a hotel, and I almost started to walk in there to see if they had those particular figures. But I was hungry and I walked and got some food and I just tired and wanted to get back to the hotel and I never did. But somebody's telling me it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's not. Even Dungeons and Dragons. When I used to, excuse me, when I used to, oh my gosh, oh, it's like something. Oh, it's like something grabbed my throat. Oh.